Dear friends, we are going to understand the common source field effect transistor. The board of the common source field effect transistor is this. You can see that this is the field effect transistor is going to be there, BFW10. Here there is a load resistance normally. Here it is called the drain resistance, that is known as RD. This is normally REC combination is going to be there, that is going to be here RS and CS combinations, we can say that. And this will give you the RG. The value of the RG is very high, it should be 1 mega ohms, that you can see here. And here the input you are connecting with the coupling capacitor 0.022 microfarad capacitor. Now first you have to connect the power supply of the 12 volt to the board. So here positive negative of the power supply plus 12 volt has to be connected, and then the input side you have to connect the function generator. This is your function generator. The function generator which is providing a different function of sine wave, square wave, triangular waves, etc. Out of this you can select the sine waves and you adjust the frequency of 1 kilohertz, nearly 1 kilohertz frequency. I have already adjusted 1.034, that means 1034 hertz I have adjusted. You can change this frequency also, you can see that. I can change and I can adjust this frequency around 1 kilohertz frequency. Exact is not necessary, nearly 1 kilohertz is important. And with this 1 kilohertz frequency, you can see that you have to adjust that amplitude of this 1 kilohertz frequency. It should be 100 millivolt or 0.1 volt. So the probe of AC millivoltmeter, this should be kept in a 300 millivolt range. You can see that this is a dial where the upper one is going to be 0 to 1 and the lower one is 0 to 3. So we are going to adjust in 1, 2, 3, that is going to be 1, and we have already kept in a 300 this knob. That means it is measuring 100, 200 and 300 millivolt. Now it is at the input side. You can see that I am putting this probe at the input side of this board. So what happens? It is measuring the input voltage, and now it shows that input voltage I have adjusted 100 millivolt. How I can adjust? I can adjust through the function generator. This is the level now, which is nothing but the amplitude. You can adjust, and you can adjust the amplitude, and you can see actually moving in this one. So you can adjust here 100 millivolt is going to be there. Then after you have to put the probes of AC millivoltmeter at the output, and you have to measure the output voltage. Now output is going to be higher than that because it is amplified. So I have to put this probe knob into the higher range of 1 volt or something. When it is going to be in a 1 volt, you can see that you can read the top range of this one, 0 to 1. And it is already in a 1 volt range. So whatever reading is there, that is going to be actually reading. So right now the reading is going to be there. How much it is there? 0.705 or something, or 0.71. 0.75 is the reading actually. 0.75 volt is there. 0.75 volt means 750 millivolt. Output is 750 millivolt. Input is 100 millivolt. So what happens? The ratio is going to be 750 divided by 100 millivolt. So it comes out to be 7.5. So gain of the amplifier is 7.5. You can see that. Now what you will do? You will vary the frequency from very low frequency. You can say that 20 hertz, 30 hertz, then 50 hertz, then 100 hertz, then 200 hertz, 300 hertz, 500 hertz using this knob, and you can change the frequency without changing its amplitude and measure the output voltage correspondingly inside this AC voltmeter. And when I am going to keep this frequency up to 100 kilohertz, 200 kilohertz, 300 kilohertz, and like that way. You can see that Right now the knob is at 200 kilohertz and the frequency is 316 kilohertz frequency is there. You can see that, this one. So then output is going to be slightly lower than that. That means output is reduced from 0.7 to 0.62 or something. And still I am going to increase the frequency. I am going in a higher range and I am increasing the frequency, so the output is going to be reducing. You can see that. So you have to take the reading up to 1 megahertz. Remember, the bandwidth of the FAT amplifier or bandwidth of the common collector amplifier is very, very large. So you have to go taking the readings up to at least 1 megahertz frequency. Remember, keeping the input voltage constant, 100 millivolt, measure the output voltage continuously. And that way you take the reading for frequency response. That means with the frequency, what is the output is going to be there, and then you can find out the bandwidth of this one. This is your power supply of 12 volt. This way you have to connect. You have to vary the frequency and you have to measure the output voltage. And you the reading etc. I'll be sending you one paper of formal journals once I get it from somebody. And then you have to take the graph etc. from that one. You have to find out the bandwidth from that one, and that bandwidth etc. you have to upload that file to me, that whether you perform the practical, whether you understand the practical, you find out the bandwidth of that one, you find out the gain of the circuit etc. and understanding of the circuit. That means description of the FAT amplifier, that you have to understand these things. Okay, thank you very much friends.